Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. What is this? This is good. I always do that. Hey, y'all. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I got 1 o'clock straight up on the dot. How are you guys today? How are you today? So glad to have you here and be with you. I missed you all last week. Hello, Cassandra. Hello, I missed you all. Man, I missed y'all. I had a good time. I had a good time with my sorority sisters, but I missed my family. At 1 o'clock on Sunday, I was like, I'm supposed to be somewhere else. I am supposed to be somewhere else. So, hey, hey, hey. Hello. We are going to jump right in. I don't think the project is going to take us a long time, but you never know, right? You just never know. So I want to go ahead and get started. Um, let's switch our cameras around here. Look at my cup. It looks pathetic, doesn't it? The stuff is coming off of it, but it holds water still. So, and it's funny because I do cups, so it's interesting that I haven't fixed that cup yet. All right, so here we go. I found these solar lights at the Dollar Tree, and I thought that they were super neat because, yes, I had a good time. I thought they were neat because I've never seen these like this before. I don't know. Let me know if you've seen. Have you seen these, Cassandra, before? I've never seen them before from the Dollar Tree, this kind. And I thought these were pretty cool. But we're gonna decorate them. Of course we are, or else we wouldn't be here, right? We are going to make them something unique and different. So let's get going with that. First, I guess I better get a mat so that we can paint in color. I hate this is the silhouette mat. It's so weak, it's ridiculous. And what else do we want? We want some tape because we are going to tape off. I hope this works. I just, this is in my head. I have not tried this. As you see, I just took the, um, the tape off of them. So I literally, I saw these yesterday when I went to the Dollar Tree to get something for something else. So I am trying something without having thought it through all the way. But I have an idea for a beautiful solar light centerpiece, I hope. I hope. So I'm going to tape off the light because we don't want to mess that up. So you haven't seen them before either. I think it's a new, I think this is a new spring look for them. You know, sometimes the Dollar Tree can get some really nice stuff, and then sometimes stuff can be sketch. But they're stepping up their game. I guess they should since they stepped up their pricing, right? So I'm gonna move that out of the way. I have I went off. I don't want that like that. I need it. I'm just cutting the tape along the lip inside because I don't want it to overlap, and I want to make sure that we are that we can get all of it painted, but I don't want tape or paint on my solar light part. So I am taping that off. Okay. How was your week? How was your week this week? How's everything going for you? Going good? All right, so we'll do that again. And what I do know is that we only need, we're going to try to work on both of these together at the same time. And I think because they are, I believe, I'm hopeful because there's not a lot that we have to do to it to make the project. We can get them both done. I'm hopeful, but we will see. And if I can't get them both finished, you know what I'll do? I'll post them and put them in our community page, like some of the other projects that we've had to do. All right, this taping off is takes a good amount of little bit of time too. All right, I got that taped off, and let's cut the trim on this one as well. Just using my Dollar Tree X-Acto knife. No, this didn't come from Dollar Tree. This came from, it was on clearance at Hobby Lobby. That's where this one came from. Clearance at Hobby Lobby. I don't know why it was on clearance either. It's a pretty good knife. It actually works better than some of the X-Actos that I paid good money for. The blades seem to twist out of those X-Actos, and I don't know why. All right, so we're going to get rid of the steak because we don't need that. We'll just set them aside in case we decide to do something with them later. This is really cool because look at this frosted light in the middle. We're going to leave that just like it is. We're going to take this off here. And so these are our two pieces that we're going to paint. Before I paint them, I'm going to scuff them up just a little bit so that the surface will take my chalk paint. If I weren't doing this live, I would take these outside and spray paint them. That would make them have a smoother finish. You had a busy work week? What do you do? If you don't mind sharing, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to. So we're just going to scuff up the surface a little bit to get some of that sheen or the protective coating off of it. And this will help the paint stick better to it. Okay. Now you see why we wanted to cover up the solar parts. And I'll just take a baby wipe and wipe that down. And then the baby wipe is just getting off the, trying to get off some of the sanding dust. So that is 4. I'm leaving the orange tag in there that will allow it to, until we're ready to light them up, and then we'll pull that out. So let's try to leave that inside. Now I'm taking some of the Waverly elephant paint, and I'm using this elephant. It's going to be the almost like a primer, if you would, for our project. Y'all know me, I always do everything in silvers and grays because that matches my decor, but you can do any color that you want. I'm going to stick with the silver and grays. This one has a lot of black in it, so I try to make sure to get it shaken up really well. I am using the, my paintbrush had water in it, so I'm just kind of getting the water out of it. But I'm using the chalk paint as a base because it dries fast and it will help us, be able to move forward with the project. All right, so, and because of the surface, it's a smooth surface, so I want to make sure that we get a good adhesion of paint onto the bottles, or onto the top and the bottom of the solar light. And chalk paint's pretty good at that because chalk paint dries good. It gives it a I mean, you can write on it, right? Isn't that the purpose of chalk paint, that you can write on it with chalk or something? I don't know. Yeah, that's the purpose of it, maybe. Something in my paintbrush, I see it keeps getting on my what is that? It keeps getting on my thing there. Maybe it was from the rim of the chalk paint. Okay. A little bit more. We'll do the next one. So I can tell you, I think I shared with you that I was going to, last week, I was going to be with my sororities at our regional conference we were in St. Paul, Minnesota. My first time being in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it's definitely different now. The downtown was almost like a ghost town, and they were kind of like, don't walk around after dark. I don't know if that's true or false in terms of the level of security, safety, or danger, but that's what everybody kept saying. Don't, if you leave the hotel, leave with in an Uber. Don't walk after dark. Because they had said the downtown environment has definitely changed since over the last 3 years, is what they had shared with us. So I'm going to use this stake and pick this up so that I don't get paint all over myself here. Every time I do this, I go, I should use, what do I say? I should have on gloves, and I forget to do my gloves every time. I got paint on the inside of that. It's thicker than I want it to be, and I want this to dry fast, so I'm just trying to make sure to get the paint out the rim. And every time I say I should use a glove, and I don't. Okay, so I'm going to use that to let it dry and hold that there. And this one is doing well. I'll turn the heat on in the room a little bit and let them dry a little faster. And the same for this. We're going to paint tops. It's interesting how this, I don't know if you can see this gray with the dark base is making it really dark. Almost darker than I probably want it to be. But it is making it very dark. I toyed between using this elephant gray or using the steel gray or white. And I decided to go with the elephant gray. But I didn't contemplate the base would make it darker. But we'll make it work. I did not contemplate the base could make it darker. All right. Cassandra, are you prepared for Mother's Day? This could be a really good Mother's Day gifting here, I think. If this turns out the way I'm thinking it will in my mind, this should make a good Mother's Day present. Or centerpiece, or decor piece for that activity. Okay. All right, so that part is done. Now, while those are drying, I am going to do a mix here because I'm going to take a little bit of this chalk paint that's left, throw that out, and I'm going to mix it with my metallic. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Maybe they didn't get the alert or they forgot, because that's why I don't like missing a week. Remember when we were talking about it for Easter and I was like, everybody kept saying, oh, take off Easter, Easter. It's hard when you miss a week, even for me, to get back into the groove of things. It's amazing how you can disrupt your routine just for one day, right? Just for one time. So, yeah. So that was part of the reasoning that I didn't want to miss the original week too. All right, so I've mixed this with this paint before. We've done this before. And I am going to take our, where's it? Let's stick on this one. I'm going to take our, it's almost dry. That one's almost dry. I'm going to take our, one of our base here, and we're going to now paint this. Even though it's not quite dry, it's getting there. It's getting there. Man, this gives it kind of a bronze gold color, or bronze silver color. Do you see that? It really makes it bronzy. Really gives it a bronze silver color because of the mix of those paints and the base. That is bronze. I'm going to set this down on the ground. Hi, Elise. Welcome. Lisa, hi. Hello. I'm setting that down. I got my heater on down here, so I'm going to set that in front of it. And then we'll do the other ones here so they can dry. Hey, sweetheart. Thank you for being a member. Welcome to the family. I did a video yesterday for you. I was live and I figured it was probably I came on like 9 a.m. or something, so it was very early in California. But in our membership, there is a live video that is only for members, and you'll get to see what I was working on for an upcoming event that I am decoring. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Membership is easy. It's $4.99 a month, and you get some exclusive content that I do not share abroad. In fact, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Lisa. Hey, Glenda, hello. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lisa. I think I shared with you some behind the scenes photos of my trip while I was gone. Get to see me being fast, as the grown folks say. Hello. Yes, 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 yes. Membership is easy, and I appreciate your support. I appreciate. So we are working on these two. I found these solar lights from the Dollar Tree. These are different than I've seen before, so we're just putting a coat of paint on them right now. We're changing them to this almost look kind of bronzy gray, right? It's almost like a bronzy gray. I put a base coat on it of elephant chalk paint, and now I'm using a mixture of the elephant chalk paint with my silver metallic on here as well. And I'm putting them down on the ground in front of the heater so that they can dry. I'm putting them on the ground in front of the heater so they can dry faster. That's where you see me dipping down, looking down there. I am putting them down so they can dry faster. And then we'll move to the next step. Because we do need these to be dry. Our whole project is around these two little solar lights. And they should dry fast, if not, because I'm burning up right now with the heat on. I am burning up. All right. I put tape over the solar part because I didn't want that to get covered up. So let me put this down here as well. And let me clean up my mess. We don't need this anymore. We can now clean this up. And we got the elephant paint here. And this was the paint. I mixed these two together. Waverly chalk paint and the metallic. Okay. I'm sweating, y'all. It should be getting, if my temperature is any base in the temperature of this room, they should be drying fairly quickly. Because I am usually not hot. And so if I'm sweating, it's either because I'm under camera or something good is happening. I put my whole hand. All right. Hold on a minute. So what's happening? What else is going on? How was everyone's week? Cassandra and I were just catching up. She was telling me about her busy week at work. How was everyone else's week? Let me flip over here so I can see y'all. Y'all talk to me. Hey, how was everyone's week? Oh, I missed you guys too. I was saying that to I'm burning up. Y'all see that I'm sweating? That's not good. It's hot in here. I hope this thing hurry up and heats up. My hair is even sweating. I was telling Cassandra when we were in earlier, as soon as we started here, how I at 1 o'clock on Sunday I was kind of like, I'm supposed to be somewhere else. I'm supposed to be with my people. I'm sweating. One would fall off and drop. I'm raising them up so that they can dry a little faster. Hey, y'all was wondering, what is she doing? I'm trying to get these things to dry. I'm trying to get them to dry so we can move forward. This one, I'm going to touch it. It's getting there a little bit. We need it just a little drier. Just a little drier so we can move forward to the next project. Or next part of the project. Lord have mercy. Have mercy, Jesus. I'm messing up. Y'all can't see it over here, but I didn't get the whole thing. They didn't fill inside the garbage. I tried to set my, I tried to set the paper that I were putting them on so they could dry on top of the dryer so the heater could hit them a little better. But I messed around and let them fall in the garbage now. You watched last week's live again? Oh, honey, thank you. You are the bomb. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the heater and dry these a little manually. At least one of them, so that we can move forward. You guys will have to hear it just for a moment. It won't take long. You'll hear the heat gun blow just for a minute. I want us to be able to move forward. Bear with me. All right, maybe I should have given you a warning, like turn on mute. Okay. Now, what we're going to do next, this one is dry enough for us to move forward, and hopefully these will dry as we work on this one. If not, then we'll just make it, we'll dry them like we did that. So now we want to make a special glitter mix. I have these 3 colors that I'm going to put inside the glitter mix. I don't want it as shiny as, you did get the gift. You are so welcome. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, well, here's some ideas, Beverly. You said you bought some. Let's see if this works. These solar lights were different than I've seen before, so let's see. I don't want it to be as silvery as this, and you guys know I use this color all the time. This is the Artemis crystal that we used to sell in our, or that we still have and sell in our glitter store when we had our glitter business. But I just put it in this jar from that I had here. So I don't want it to be as silvery as the Artemis crystal. So I am going to make a special mix, if you would, with these three colors. This one right here is gunmetal from out of our mix. And then this one is, I think this is White Mountain Forest. I think that's what she called it. And so we're going to mix these colors together to see if we can tone the Artemis crystal down a little bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is cute, you guys. Cute, cute, cute. I hope that I made enough because I'll never be able to repeat that cycle. I'll never be able to repeat it. That's what makes it custom. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing, you guys? I'm losing my mind. That's what I'm doing. What am I doing? Okay. I don't know if you know this, but when you turn on your blower, the sound goes down automatically. Oh, it does? No, I didn't know that. Girl, teach me something. Teach me something. I did not know that. Look at me. I'm willing to learn. I did not know that. It does go automatically. Okay. Loving everything about that. Loving that, loving that, loving that. I did not know that. So thank you for sharing that with me. All right. Now we're going to take our Mod Podge, and y'all know me. I just use whatever's around me. Use whatever is around me. I think all my brushes, they were soaking in water. I think they all feel like they got gunk in them. I'm gonna use what's around me here. We're going to just brush the Mod Podge on here. I am so glad you said that. I did not know that. I am learning something today already. I feel like green eggs and ham when I said that too. I did not know that. Sam I am. Green eggs and ham. All right, so we have our Mod Podge. The brush has moisture in it, so the Mod Podge is going to be a little thinner. I want to smooth it out because I don't want the rough lines that you see from the brush. And you just keep working with it until you get it smooth. We're going to set this over and out the way because we're going to wipe off the excess around the base and bring in our piece of paper so we can catch our glitter mix. And we're going to just glitter this on here. And last time we did glitter, Lisa gave us another tip. Lisa, you are you know you my girl. She gave us another helpful tip with being able to seal the glitter with watered down Mod Podge. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. You guys, that's so cute. And that's not it's just a darker hint of this because we mix it with some white and a little bit of dark black. We mix it with these two colors. So while it still has a nice gold tint to it, it's not or silver tint to it, it's not as silver as it would be. It's just kind of blending right in with our darkness. I saw a spot on there that didn't have any glitter on it, so I was coming back to get it. That is bomb.com, y'all. Bomb.com. I love it. I wish you could see it. I wish you guys could see it. Okay, we're not going to delay. We're going to let that one sit at the side. Allow it to start drying. This one is dry enough for us to be able to paint and work with it. Same thing, we're just rinsing and repeating. Getting our Mod Podge on it. Cassandra, isn't that pretty? I just mixed that. I literally just did that. Well, you saw me. You were here with me. You saw me do it. So maybe that's something I could put in our little group here. I got gunk in my brush. I don't know where that gunk is coming from. Smoothing out my lines. Smoothing out. I have a big event coming up on Thursday, you guys, that I've been working behind the scenes to get prepared for. And I got to mix this back in here because I'm low on it. I'm stressing out about it too. And it's Thursday, which is a work day, right? Why did last Thursday the company's young man that I'm working with called me and told me that I'm renting a space at an event, and he called me and told me that the caterer who they require you to have now called and canceled. They can't cater the event. I was so mad, speechless, really speechless, and the recommendation that they provided was, well, we could order in pizza. Pizza? Ma'am. This is me. Ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not doing pizza. No, ma'am. No, 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 no. This doesn't work for me. Pizza, I've got constituents, I've got people from the community, lawyers, attorneys, architects coming in the space. People have paid for these tickets. I am not feeding them pizza. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So I did a quick prayer like, okay, Lord, what am I supposed to do, right? That's beautiful. I'm going to set that aside and allow it to dry too. I did a quick prayer like, okay, Lord, what am I supposed to do? Because I already knew I was going to be under some pressure to get everything done. Just because I've taken on additional responsibility or task that I could have probably should have said no to, but I didn't. I had to speak at an event on Friday night, and prepping for that, to speak for that event, then I lost a week of time for prepping for this event that's coming up this Thursday. And so I already knew that I would be under my own timelines, my own pressures, but that's okay when I do it to myself. I'm okay with it. But when someone else puts me under pressure like this, how do you a week from an event say that you can't cater? And so I was mad. I don't want to use the word because I don't know. This isn't, I mean, I already mark on here that this isn't a child friendly place just in case I let one or two drop. But I was highly upset. And so anyway, I have a couple friends who owns a restaurant, and I called him. I'm like, I need you. Can you cater this event for me? And he's like, yeah, I can. What do you need? I said, whatever you can get done by Thursday. So they pulled together a menu for me, and that got me to thinking, like, should I call the venue back? Do I need to supply my own cups or my own, utensils and all that stuff, and water and juice, or will they at least have a drink station for me? Well, I'm glad I called because no, yeah, I got to supply water, cups, drink, everything. And then it got even deeper because I called yesterday when I was verifying something. I was thinking about something, and I'm like, wait a minute. Let me even see if I need to bring my own table linens. And guess what? Yes, I do. So basically, I'm just getting a space, right? Basically, do I need to bring my own tables? That's what I almost like Should I bring my own table and chairs too? I was so freaking mad because I've had my event here, many events here. In fact, my sorority, we just had an event there in March. But I've had events at this place multiple times, and this is the first time that I've ever had this kind of engagement. I'll say that. It's the first time I've ever had this kind of engagement. Um, and less than happy. I will say that. I am less than happy and completely aggravated. So the good news is that you guys may or may not know that I do event planning and items and things. Rare, but I do them. I used to do them more often, but I still do them. So I have hundreds of rounds for tables, linens. I have hundreds of that I just have up in the attic. So my husband's going up there today to bring them down so that I can wash and make sure that they're cleaned and ironed. And it's only for 13 tables. And of course, because I do decorations, I have tons of decorations that I can make or have for it. And in the video that I showed in our members only live yesterday, I show you guys how I was working on a couple of the decorations as well. If you want to jump over there, you can see that. But I was just so disappointed and frustrated that, just very disappointed. I'll just say that. I'm just very disappointed in the entire thing. Just very disappointed in the entire process. And it also, here's a shining light though. Here's a shining light, right? Let me add this because it doesn't come out bad. It doesn't come out, it's going to come out great. And I'll tell you guys about it next week. But here's a shining light mentally. This is important that we always set the atmosphere right. And while I was sitting this morning thinking about things and working, because I spend a lot of time in quiet, just navigating thoughts, right? While I was thinking about that and running through my mind, like how things will work, because yesterday I was like, oh my God, that means I need people to help me serve. I need people to help me do this. I called my sorority sister. I called one of my dear best friends. He and I were ordained together. I call him my brother. I called them and they were like, yep, we got you. We'll help. Because originally I was thinking I only needed to go in, set up tables, put my decorations on the table, and come out. Food and everything will be done. But now that's not going to be the case. So I'm going to need some additional hands on deck, right? And my network, my community, my peeps, they were like, yep, we got you. We'll be there. What time do you need us to be there? Anything else you need us to do, we will help you. And then I was thinking while I was going through all this that I got a strong base, right? Like I got a strong base. I got a strong base. That's all I kept thinking, and I was just like worshiping and praising because like I was able to right away call a friend at the drop of a hat, and 5 days later he's gonna have a full meal for me. I've got friends who the event starts at 5:30, so that means that we have to go in like 4:30 to start setting up within an hour, and they're willing to leave their jobs and come and help me. I was just like, thank you, Lord. I'm not going to be upset because many people don't have that base. And I am so thankful that I have friends that I can call that when things look bad, they will turn out to good. And this is when they say this, y'all, I didn't come on here to preach, but I'm about to give you a word. This is what he means when he says things will work out for your good, right? You just got to believe and trust and know that although the enemy may try to defeat you, there is always a way when you trust and believe that you can come out on top. And I am confident and confirmed that this event is going to turn out great. And I'm not going to cry on y'all, but I'm here to let you know I'm so thankful for my base. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful, thankful, thankful. I am so thankful. I am thankful, thankful, thankful. So, okay, we're going to get back to crafting. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to remind. Sometimes you just got to remind yourself of the goodness of the Lord. I'm sorry, and I have to remind myself. I have to remind it. Let me see. I missed a comment. I do event planning also for family and friends, and I have not ventured out, which I'm told I should. You should if you have a gift, baby. Don't sit on your gift, Beverly. Don't sit on your gift. If you have a gift that you've been blessed with and you can afford to, let me say that, because we all know that when you do these things, I'm putting my paintbrushes in the water after I'm done with them. We all know that when you do crafting that it's expensive. So if you can afford to do it, take a little bit on at a time. But the biggest thing is make sure you price right. That's one of our challenges as women is we don't always price right. So make sure you price right. All right, I am now including some Mod Podge and water so that I can seal this. We're going to seal our little work that we've done based on a little lesson that we learned from Lisa. Look at me splashing and making a mess. And don't do that because that will fall over. I keep wet wipes around. I keep wet wipes everywhere. Uh, you live right, he will bless you. Amen. Yes, he will do it. Yes, he will do it. I thank God. I try, and I tried for a minute there. I was almost going to try to be like sad, and I couldn't even let myself do it because this morning in the conversation with just thinking and thinking and thinking and thanking Lord for my tribe, if you would. I thank you for my tribe, and you guys are part of my tribe too. I love coming on here with you because you help center me. I look forward to seeing y'all. All right, so we are sealing this even with, it only needed one coat. I like it with just the one coat. So we're just going to seal this in with our Mod Podge water mixture. And I have to tell you, when I used this mixture before, based on Lisa's recommendation, I like that it didn't make the glitter, it didn't lose the shine on the glitter. So that was cool too. So if you ever want to seal it so you don't have fallout, this is an absolutely beautiful way to do it. All right. I'll keep on going. If you everyone has a talent and a gifting and multiple ones, not just one. We all have multiple talents and giftings. So if you get an opportunity to utilize your talent and gift and it can pay you back for using your resources, I say go for it. That's one of the things that I do with my gifting. I'm not the best crafter. I'm not the easiest crafter. I guess I just do things and they work out. Um, but part of the reason, like when people ask me to do stuff, I usually don't charge much over the cost to replace the materials because majority of it is out of my heart and out of love to be able to just share my gifting. And I guess I'm fortunate too that I don't craft to survive, right? I don't craft to pay my bills. I just craft to relax my mind and keep my sanity. And when crafting becomes more stressful than the enjoyment out of it, then I'll make an adjustment. But right now, I'm enjoying tremendously what I do. Where else will I have met all you beautiful ladies? Come on. From around the world, we get to have a friendship and see each other for an hour every week without having to leave our front step and without having to write a letter and send it by a pigeon to check on each other. You can't do that anywhere else. in this world, but through technology. All right. I must have too much on this one. It's starting to drip down. As it's drying, it's draining. All right, last one, last one. You will see that these, oh, Glenda, thank you so much. If you look at my page, next to where it says subscribe, you will see a button that says join, and then it'll walk you through what to do from there. It will walk you through what to do from there. Yeah. Crafting is work. Lisa, you organizing your workroom. What you doing to it, baby girl? Let's see here. All right. Okay, so now we have that all on. We just need these to dry really fast. Dry really fast, baby. It's interesting because the I didn't think I had much liquid on them, but I see the liquid is see how it's pulling, it's coming off of it off the sides over here. I didn't realize I had that much on there. Or maybe I made it too thin, I don't know. But it is definitely pulling down the bottom. All right. So I am going to help this dry a little bit. Oh yeah, I need to do that over here. I got a room full of stuff that I purchased on the side that I need to help get organized. So I'm going to turn this on and we're going to use our blower again to try to help speed up the drying process. Can I just take a praise break and look at how beautiful that glitter mixture is on there? I love the idea that Lisa gave me, shared with me about mixing water with this because it gives it a I mean, it's still shiny and beautiful and it's matted in there. It's not coming off. I love that. I'm going to take this one and dry it so that we can put the project together and you guys will be able to see it since we're running up on out of time. So let me dry this one. All right, note to self, heat guns are hot. That means if you've got a dry project, oh, I touched that one by mistake. If you've got to dry it, do it with some help, something to hold the item instead of your hand. Okay, so now we've got that. This is pretty much dry. I'm going to pull off the paint on here. try to do it without damaging it. It's not completely dry, but it's dry enough for me to keep working on it. Peel the paint down and away, down and away. That's the way to not pull it and ruin your edging of your paint. Pull it down and away, down and away. And let's clean that up. Okay, so you're probably going, well, what are you going to do with this, Sharon? Well, I am going to pull that out of there. Put it on the top there. And yeah, this is the one I dried. Let's take this out. Put this on the base there. Okay, so here's our, that looks pretty by itself. That's what the light will look like when the dark hits. I have a vase that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. Am I too close? I'm going to pull out a little bit for you guys here. Let's get rid of this ugly mat. You know, I got to remove my, do not like these things on here. Okay. Now, I will do that later. I don't want to hold you up. Okay. We're going to take a little bit of hot glue, not much, just so it won't move. Just a little. We're going to drop this down. How can I drop this? I'll take this off for a second. Oh, I ruined that. Crap. Drop that down inside of there. Center it inside of the jar. And don't do like I did, you guys. I touched it and it wasn't dry, so I got a little of the paint off of the side of one side of it. But I'm trying to move it along the process here. So let's put this on there. Right? But we're not done. I have some table scatters. I picked these up from, these came from Michael's, I believe. They're just little bitty diamond table scatters. See that? I'm just recycling. Recycling. Repurpose, reuse, recycle. And I had them in a bag here from the last time I did an event. Scoop these out. And they're mixed colors. They are dark silver and clear. And I'm just going to put these around inside of my jar. That's why I wanted it in the center. Until we have enough in there to decorate our little light. And then when the darkness hits, let's see if we can do this. I'm turning it dark to see what our light will do for us. When the darkness hits, that's what our lamp would look like. I'm making it dark by holding the cup over it. So let me change the camera view. Let's go to this way. Hi. And you can see what it looks like now. I got that over so the darkness can hit it. And that's our little centerpiece. In fact, if you wanted to, where did I get the middle piece from? Let me turn some lights on so I can see you guys again. What middle piece are you talking about, love? Where did you get that middle piece from? This piece? So cute. I really like that. Where did I get this piece from? This actually is a part of the, this was the solar light from the Dollar Tree. It literally is a part of the solar light. And we painted it, we glittered it, but it literally is a part of the solar light. This is a new solar light from the Dollar Tree. I haven't seen this kind before. And I saw them yesterday when I went in there to get something else, and I decided to pick it up. And we started out with, this is brown, this color brown, or it's this color, but I painted the base and then we glittered it and put it all back together to create this centerpiece. It literally, and you don't have to use these table scatters. You can use anything you want. And if you wanted to zhuzh it up another round, let me put this somewhere where I want this to keep drying, but I've got it in my hand now. So let me set this somewhere where it doesn't get messed up. If you want to, you could use, you could pretty up this vase as well, right? You can add diamond to the outside of this. I think that's what I will do. And you can pretty up your vase from the outside and the inside. So let me flip us around. Let's see. We're doing okay. We've got about 4 minutes and then we'll be done here. I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to run this strip of diamond wrap around it. I'm going to go to the back here where I messed up that and make this the back of it. And just work this around the lip. But these are solar lights from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. First time I've ever seen anything like them. I might go and get another set to do a different type of project with them. But these are pretty cool. When I saw them, I was like, oh, I'm going to do something with those tomorrow. And that's how I end up, you guys, that's how I end up with multiple things, because I see something, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that when I already got stuff over here that I've purchased for us to do projects with. And you don't have to put the solar light piece back in there if you don't want. And here's something that you can do as well. Instead of taking the tape off, right? Instead of taking the tape off, oh, wrong camera. I didn't go all the way around the back. I just did this so you can see it. But instead of taking the tape off, you can leave the tape on so that the light stays on when you pull the strip. Or you can cut yourself something to make the light come on for you when you get ready for it to come on itself. So that's our project for today, my friends. That is it. I've got it. That's our project. It's not centered anymore because I moved it. But we'll get it centered. There you go. There we have it. I will stage them and post them together and show them on our family, on our community page and on my Instagram page. It is almost 2 o'clock. What do you have for me? What else do we have? They may have them. This is literally the first time that I've ever seen these at my Dollar Tree. So it might be something new. And I have to tell you that I feel like my Dollar Tree is always the last to get anything. So hopefully you will have them at your Dollar Tree. But I've got some ideas with just this and with, like this could be a wall sconce. You know what I'm saying? Like we could literally make this a wall sconce and put a backing on it. That might be what's next with one of these ideas. So be on the lookout for more to come. I'm going to go show you if I can find some more. And we'll see what happens. It's always a pleasure. I love you guys. Thank you for being there for me, with me, and supporting me. I will see you in our next video. And until then, stay classy. See you next time.